Okay, this is your tip video for greatest common factor and least common multiple word problems. And in this video, I'm going to show you keywords and things to look for to help you determine if you are trying to find the greatest common factor or if you need to find the least common multiple. And remember, you can use the cake method that I showed you in the other video to find both greatest common factor and least common multiple. So let's take a look. This is, I think, station number 1. Let's take a look at this word problem. There are 18 girls and 24 boys who want to participate in a trivia challenge. If each team must have the same ratio of girls and boys, what is the greatest number of teams that can enter? Find how many boys and girls each team would have. So let's think about what this question is asking. Okay, I have a total number of students, total number of girls, total number of boys who want to participate. And we're going to take that total number and make groups out of it. Okay, so my groups are going to be smaller than this total number. Each team will have a smaller number of each total number of girls and each total number of boys. I also can see this keyword here that says greatest number of teams. So if I see greatest number of teams, that's going to be one clue that I might be looking for greatest common factor. Okay, I also need to understand that if I have my total number of boys and girls, my total number of people to join the trivia challenge, I'm breaking that total number into groups, into teams. And so I'm taking a bigger number and making it into groups of smaller numbers. When I do that, I'm factoring, right? I have my bigger number and I'm factoring it into smaller numbers. So that can tell me I'm looking for the greatest common factor, okay? Greatest common factor. Because there's that word greatest. I also know that I have a total number of students here, and I'm making teams that are going to have smaller numbers in them, okay? And so factors, remember, are getting smaller, and greatest, that's in that key, in that word too, or in that key sentence there. But knowing that you take a bigger number and make it into smaller numbers, that's factoring, that's dividing, breaking into groups. So now I know I'm going to find greatest common factor, and I can do that different ways. I can just take the factors of 18 and write them out. 1 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6, and I can do that for 24. 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6. And then I can find the greatest common factor. So which one is the biggest? Looks like I'm going to have 6, okay? So there can be 6 of each on each team. All right. So hopefully that helps you be able to know which you're looking for, greatest common factor or least common multiple. Okay. Let's take a look at another problem. So let's look at A. Hot dogs come in packed 10 in a package. Hot dog buns come packed 8 in a package. If we want 1 hot dog for each bun for a picnic with none left over, what is the least amount that we would need to buy? So we have packages, okay, and we have 10 in a package and we have 8 in a package. And I am looking for the least amount of something. So again, I'm looking for keywords and what the question is asking. So I have a package of 10 hot dogs and I have a package of 8 buns. I'm looking for the least number of total hot dogs, total packages to feed enough people. Okay, so I'm going to take my smaller number, my 1 package of hot dogs and my 1 package of hot dog buns, and I'm going to multiply it to see how many I need to feed my whole group. And I'm looking for the least amount that I need. Okay, so here's one keyword, least. I'm going to double check. I might be looking for least common multiple. And I know I'm multiplying, so I start with a smaller number, 10 hot dogs and 8 buns, and I'm going to multiply to see how many I need to feed the whole picnic. Okay, so I know that's how I'm going to find the least common multiple. Multiple means multiply, the number should be getting bigger. So my number should be more than 10 and more than 8 hot dog buns. Okay, so then you can use the cake method. Let's use the cake method for this one. I'm going to do 10 and 8. I can pull out a factor. Let's try 2. 2 times 5 equals 10. 2 times 4 equals 8. And 5 and 4, those are prime numbers, so I can't factor out anymore. I just need to do one layer of factoring, one layer of cake. Now, I'm looking for least common multiple, so I need to multiply everything along the L. I need to multiply everything along the L, so I'm going to multiply 2 times 5 times 4. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 times 4 is 40. My least common multiple is 40. So I'm going to need 40 hot dog packages and 40 bun packages. Okay, hope that helps. You will need to know, reading a word problem, how to determine if you need to look for the least common multiple or the greatest common factor.